We are in the Berkeley Street Theatre, Bailey Theatre, here at Canadian Stage.
We are in a play called 1939 that was co-written by Caitlin Reardon and Jenny Lauzon and directed by Jenny Lauzon. And it is about a group of residential school children who are putting on a performance of All Is Well That Ends Well for a pending arrival of the King and Queen of England.
Where are the others? I thought you were bringing 8 boys in total. Grab the board.
What was it like working with the cast over the last few months?
It's been fantastic. We've really gelled really well. I find that we're a great cohesive unit working together. We have such a wide array of fantastically talented people.
When you have a piece that has such a heavy subject matter, such a serious subject matter as residential school, and people go in knowing that, you can feel it in the audience, that reticence, that little bit of like, oh, I'm here to be serious, I'm here to learn something. But then of course, this show is actually quite funny, I think. And pretty much from scene 1, we're cracking jokes, little things are happening, dynamics are emerging. And so there's a couple of lines that start to open people up to say, oh, this isn't the show that perhaps I was expecting.
I can laugh.
I can have a good time. I can really grow to appreciate and love all of the characters in the show.
It's all well and good for an Indian to be playing a countess, but we can't have one playing the king. A royal guest would be horrified.
But it's the King of France in this play.
There's something about laughter that kind of opens you up in a different way, so that when we do talk about the more serious aspects of the children's experience, you're a little more open to the kind of the spectrum of emotion that does take place in this play.
On that note, how do you think that theater can kind of be a vessel for teaching people about things that they may not know about?
Well, I think this play in particular is a fantastic vessel because it focuses on the resilience of these kids rather than focusing on all of the atrocities that really happen. I mean, obviously it touches on those things, but it doesn't shove it in your face, I guess you can say. And I feel like this play is a really great opportunity for people to really start to question and educate themselves on the histories of Canada and people at residential schools.
You can't be white and Indian at the same time. Welcome to my world.
There's something about art, and then there's something about, I'll say in particular, theater and live performance that is such an immediate art form that can have a different impact than, say, reading a book. I feel like I can acknowledge the realities that there aren't enough hours in the day, so when it comes to, reading the calls to action from the TRC, most busy people might not have the time to really take in and consider and digest certain calls to action, but you can come see a play, you can make a night of it, you can get dressed up, and then you can experience some of these calls to action, you can experience some of these moments of truth and reconciliation, and start to begin to think about the ways in which you can participate in that reconciliation.
And after people see this play, what do you hope they talk about or think about or feel afterwards?
I think the word you said, talk about, I think that's probably the biggest thing that I would hope for, is that they start talking. They start talking to each other, they start asking questions, they start reading books or articles and whatnot, and just find out what the histories are. And then, like Breffney said, it's immediate, and then they can start helping and creating that bridge for that truth and reconciliation to actually happen.
Yeah. People can feel like they're a part of the history, and more importantly, a part of the future, that they actually have a role to play in what comes next.